Hey, you folks, this is Wayne S. Pierce, Reverend Wayne S. Pierce, for the 18th of June, 2014. This is the Wayne S. Pierce Show podcast, and yes, it is Wednesday, and I will not have a live show today, hence this podcast. So, lots of things going on, lots of things just driving the system into oblivion. I was thinking today earlier about individual exceptionalism. That's an interesting phrase, is it not? Individual exceptionalism. Now we have kids being taught in school that, everybody gets a prize, participation awards, because you all did good. What about the person that won the game or won the match or did better than everybody else in class? Oh, we don't want to do that because it might upset everybody else. Individual exceptionalism is how businesses were started, is the idea of a person that had taken the time and the effort to put together the things they needed to become better than the next person. Now, of course, a lot of people might say, well, we can't have individual exceptionalism because of the fact that somebody might get upset. Well, now the Washington Redskins have got to take their logo off of their helmets because somebody got upset. You can't be exceptional if you've got to cater to someone else's view of what they want you to be. Individual exceptionalism is the key, one of the keys to success. To being better than your next door neighbor. To being better than the business across the street or across town. Individual exceptionalism is where it's at. And if it wasn't for that, I don't think that we would have what we have in our lives or be the country that we are or were. It's time we get rid of the political correctness. It's time that we just move and do what we have to do to make life better for ourselves and hopefully make life better for somebody else, because somebody else may be exceptional in what they do as well. So maybe we can enhance their exceptionalism by coming together and working with them and helping them where they are weak and building them up and enjoying the fact that somebody else becomes better than you. And knowing that you had a little part in that. But you yourself going on and moving on down the road and doing what you have to do to be exceptional within yourself, within your community, within your family. But understanding that there's going to be other people out there that are going to get offended by the fact that you believe what you believe. Well, all you can say is, or all that I can say is, suck it up, cupcake. Facts are the facts. We're going to be exceptional one way or another. I'll be back right after this. Sharing the truth, one fact at a time. Listen to the views expressed live on the Free America Radio Network. Broadcasting live on WakingUpTheMasses.com and 1610 AM in the Chickamauga, Georgia area. Tune into the Views Express live, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, on the Free America Radio Network. For more information, go to freeamericaradio.us.
Sharing the truth one fact at a time. This is the Free America Radio Network.
Welcome back. This is the Wayne S. Pierce Show podcast. No live show today. Very, very busy with some local stuff going on here in the Reno, Nevada area. We have an event going on. Actually, a couple of them. The Reno Rodeo actually opens up this weekend. And also, I'm involved in another event, an artists event called Nada Dada Motel. That's one word. Nada Dada is one word. Nada Dada Motel. It's at various locations throughout the Reno, Nevada area. So if you're in Lake Tahoe, Carson City, Spanish Springs, come on down to Reno, Nevada. Nada Dada Motel. Yes. It's going to be at various locations in downtown Reno, such as the Townhouse, where I will be, El Rey, the Kino, City Center is another big one, and of course Wildflower Village at McCarran and 4th Streets here in Reno. Come on down. If you want any information, you can go to Nada Dada, that's one word, Nada Dada, Nada DADA, one word, Nada Dada Motel on Facebook, or if there's any additional information or newer information, go to www.nadadadamotel.weebly.com and check that out as well. Lots of local stuff going on down here. Every weekend, actually, there's something going on in Midtown. It's called Midtown in Reno, and there's a bunch of stuff going on down there. Every weekend, there's always something going on. And come on down. Check it out. Nada Dada Motel, downtown Reno, Nevada. Various locations. I will be at the Townhouse Motor Lodge if you want to see some of my artwork. So there you go. And hopefully, if possible, I can do a live show from there and do some interviews. So I'll let you know more about that tomorrow. So anyway, this is the Wayne S. Pierce Show podcast. If you want more information or to sponsor the show, you can go to thewaynesPierceShow.weebly.com, click on the sponsors page, and guess what? Those prices are chiseled in stone. They're not going up. So, anywho, we got a few things going on at the Free America Radio Network. Things are changing. So when I say that the ad prices for the Wayne S. Pierce Show are chiseled in stone, that is, for right now, to get in on the ground level on not only getting this show a little bit better and getting it up on various locations, and I'm in talks with other locations to put this show on, but to get Free America Radio Network to the next level. We're already on RadioKahuna.com. We're on WakingUpTheMasses.com. We're broadcasting on 1610 AM in the Chickamauga, Georgia area. We're going places, folks, and you can be a part of that. So if you want to sponsor the show, please do. Please do. Yes. So anyway, go to thewaynesPierceShow.weebly.com. And, of course, hey, if you have any questions, don't sit there and criticize me. Ask me. I'm more than happy to tell you. Okay? So you can email me at freeamericaradio@usa.com. That's freeamericaradio@usa.com. So anyway, what else? What else we got going on today on this 18th of June, 2014? Well, I mentioned a few things, and let's just say there are times I just want to, I just want to scream at people. Okay, I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I just want to scream and get up in your face and tell you the light is red at the intersection. Do not drive through that intersection when the light is red. I just want to scream at people. Okay, but I can't do that. Okay, I cannot do that. And it now, I also want to point out that the more information that I gather from various sources, the more I have to question exactly where these sources are getting their information. And I don't know why people seem to think that I'm a conspiracy theorist when all I'm doing is getting information from various locations and giving you my take on the situation and showing you what's behind the scenes, who's pushing the buttons and pulling the handles. I don't know why people want to do that. Okay? I don't know. So my point is, actually 2 points. First of all, the information that's out there is in your face. Whether you accept it or not, that's entirely up to you. Okay? Whether you want to accept it or not, that's entirely up to you. Okay? The information that I provide is from those sources that you see every day, and I'm giving you my take on it, but I'm ripping away all the BS that they're telling you, and I'm telling you exactly what's behind the scenes, who's pushing the buttons and pulling the handles. So, that is what this show and the Views Expressed Live does. And I give a lot of my opinion on what's going on. What do you think talk radio is, folks? Seriously. So, So, if you question anything that I say, awesome, because that means you're thinking. And that means, I would hope, that you would go out and find the information on your own, because I'm not here to give you the silver platter answer to every question you have. I'm here to guide you and to tell you, hey, here's a book, read this, check this out. And going back to the stoplight metaphor, the light is red, please stop, okay? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to scream at people. I don't want to grab them and shake them or anything. But at least I know that you're getting the, most accurate information that I can provide by ripping away all the BS out of the normal state-run media, reports and showing you exactly what's going on. And if you like that, cool. Let me know. I want to hear from you. freeamericaradio@usa.com. freeamericaradio@usa.com. Go to Free America Radio on Facebook. Check that out as well. And also, The Wayne S. Pierce Show on Facebook. Check that out. You can send me email through there as well, or a message. And, I do want to hear from you. I want to hear what your take is on certain situations that are going on around in your neck of the woods. And also, let me know what you think about some of the things I talk about. Because, the more you interact with me, the better off I am. Because, hey, I may have overlooked something. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm wrong. It just means that I overlook something. Okay? So sitting there and criticizing me and telling and saying, oh, you're one of those conspiracy kooks, you're just totally blind. So, and I make no bones about it, man. I'm not pulling back. I'm not holding back anything. I'm not pulling any punches. 6 months or so ago, I said that. I said, 2014 was going to be a year that I'm not going to hold back anything. And whether people like me or not after I say it, that's entirely up to them. I'm not here to win any popularity contests. I'm here to get the information out as accurately as I can and get as much truth and facts to back that up so that you can see what's actually going on in your neck of the woods. Okay? So anyway, but I also want to have fun. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy bringing to you the information that I can as accurately and as factually as I can. And again, that requires me to do my homework, just like you. Requires me to dig through all of the information, to connect the dots, follow the money, find out who's behind all of it, and then reveal that to you. So, anyway, it is what it is. And like I said, Free America Radio Network is changing. We're remodeling just a little bit. The first phase at Free America Radio Network is to get on as many micro-broadcasting stations as we can. We're already on Waking Up the Masses Radio Network. They're micro-broadcasting through Chickamauga, Georgia area. And hopefully we'll be getting on some more areas as well. And hopefully here in Reno, Nevada, in the micro-broadcasting arena, if you will. I'm going to have to go check that out. So I also want to tell you that as well that Free America Radio Network wants to give a huge thank you to Mr. Bob Brutus over at Waking Up the Masses Radio Network for micro-broadcasting the views expressed throughout the Chickamauga, Georgia area. So thank you, Mr. Bob Brutus over there at wakingupthemasses.com. Also, big props go out to Brian Lang out in Lima, Ohio with Live Truth Radio, the reality underneath the honesty. Okay, I mean, that's literally his show. LiveTruthRadio.com, WakingUpTheMasses.com, and check him out. So, awesome. Lots of things going on today for the 18th of June, 2014, and I'm just going to highlight a few things, give you a preview of what's coming up on the Views Express today at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, and give you some show notifications as to what's happening for the rest of the week. So, anyway, if you have any questions, please ask. You'll never know if you don't. Okay. Free America Radio at USA.com. Free America Radio at USA.com. And I have a specific email for this show, for the Wayne S. Pierce Show. So I will give that to you after the break. And we will get into some of the previews of what's coming up, and I'll give you my take on some of the things that are happening over in Israel and Egypt and Iran and all that kind of stuff. So, hey, this is the Free America Radio Network. You're listening to The Wayne S. Pierce Show, and you can email me at freeamericaradio@usa.com. Also, the website is thewaynesPierceShow.weebly.com. I shall be back right after this.
Hey there, I'm Big Tiny. I'm the host of Big Tiny's Oldies and More. And we're playing music that you just love to hear from the 50s to the 90s. So check us out Monday through Friday and see what we're playing right here on Spreaker.com.
Listen to the Diana and Wayne's Grab Bag Potpourri Talk Show, Friday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, right here on Spreaker.com. For all you independent artists, musicians, and filmmakers, there is a place for you. Radio Rock 92.6 The Blitz. Go to radiorocktheblitz.blogspot.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Hold on tight. Get ready.
Hey folks, this is the Wayne S. Pierce Show podcast. No live show today. This is the 18th of June, 2014. How are you? If you have any questions, please email me at freeamericaradio@usa.com. That's freeamericaradio@usa.com. And I have a specific email address for this show, and that is Wayne S. Pierce Show at USA.com. That's Wayne S. Pierce Show at USA.com. So, anyway, all inquiries and all of the things that you want to know, I do want to make sure you understand that the easiest way to get a hold of me is email, and I don't want to confuse you with a dozen emails, so let's just say you can email me at freeamericaradio@usa.com. freeamericaradio@usa.com. What is going on in our world today? How is all of this changing our society? Well, you look back in history, every conflagration has either been tragic for a society or very helpful to a society. But which one are we going through now? For over 235 years, 238 years specifically, we've been in wars over 90% of the time that America, that the U.S. has been a country. That hasn't helped our country at all as far as our people are concerned. That hasn't helped anybody except big business, the big elites, the big companies who got the military contracts. I mean, it hasn't helped you and I, has it? No. So what's been going on around the world? Protests against corrupt, tyrannical governments. Hundreds of thousands of people have been out in the streets protesting their governments because they are corrupt. What have we done? Not much. I mean, think about that, folks. We tout ourselves, we claim that we are the toughest people, that we have, the ability to stand up to any foreign or domestic enemy, and guess what? We're sitting on our ass, more aloof than ever, believing that we deserve all the entitlements that are there. And what has happened? We have become complacent. We have become starry-eyed at some point, treating our members of Washington, D.C., that are the alleged leaders that we voted into office, as rock stars instead of treating them as employees because they work for us. We have a individual that occupies the suite in the Oval Office at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue that cares more about his damn golf game than he cares about this country, and is giving away this country to the Muslim Brotherhood and to everybody else and to China. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm done with stupid people. I don't care who you are, even if you're the President of the United States. I'm done. You're stupid. President accused of fueling surge after honoring DREAM activists at the White House. Mexican embassy crossing illegally, not committing a crime. Border Patrol overwhelmed by wave of humanity. GOP rep, we probably have the votes to impeach. Cheney, Obama, so wrong about so much. When a former vice president on a Republican side says that he's so wrong about so much, who was instrumental in 9/11 2001, yeah, we got a problem with a president. First lady makes pitch for immigration overhaul. Illegals treated better than homeless. Hundreds handed over to relatives also in the U.S. illegally. Shall I go on, folks? I just go, where can I start? Let me start here with the insanity we call the immigration. CNS News says Mexican embassy, Mexicans illegally crossing the U.S. border are not committing a crime. Dan Joseph over at CNS News wrote this. MRC TV talks to protesters calling for the release of U.S. Marine Andrew Tomarisi outside the Mexican embassy, where a spokesman for the Mexican embassy tells them illegal border crossing is not committing a crime. Not according to Mexico, no. Quote, when a Mexican or other citizen, any other citizen crosses a border, let's say illegally, they are not committing a crime. They are doing it illegally, but they are not committing a crime. No, they are not. Check your law. Public Affairs Minister Ariel Morales says, check our law? No, asswipe. Check your law. Now, some people would say, well, they're human beings. Why not just allow them over? Why not? Why not just allow them over? Why not just open the border? Because, jackass, whoever says that, has to understand one very valuable thing. We, the people of the United States of America, want the jobs, but we also want the pay to go along with it. And by these companies firing and laying off and downsizing all of these major companies and hiring illegal aliens at half the price, you're being put out of work, period. And then you have some of these jerk-offs that want, a raise in minimum wage. Well, guess what? You can go look this up. McDonald's to install 7,000 self-serve kiosks. How's that raising minimum wage going for you? A lot of companies are laying off because they can't raise minimum wage. Minimum wage is just that, an entry-level wage to help you understand the responsibilities and obligations you have to work. If you want a higher wage, go get an education somewhere and get a higher wage. Or, better yet, hey, how's this novel idea? Start your own business. People have started businesses out of their homes. I know a couple right now who have done that. And just this year have gotten a storefront to operate their business. Now, I know for a fact that things are going to be different. I know that. People just can't spend whatever money they have to open their own business or what. I understand that. Excuse me. I understand that. But it doesn't take a freaking rocket scientist to figure out that when you raise minimum wage or hire illegals, you're putting yourself out of work. Got it? I'll be back right after this. Local radio with a worldwide connection. The Free America Radio Network. Go to www.freeamericaradio.us.
Listen to Angel Clark Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Radio Freedom News Network. RadioFreedom.us.
Have you heard about a show called Diane and Wayne's Grab Bag Potpourri? It's a talk show. Well, it's called Grab Bag Potpourri for a reason. They talk about everything under the sun, from education to politics, from lines at the cashier in the stores to parking lot drivers not paying attention. You want real radio? Well, you don't get any more real than that. That's Diane and Wayne's Grab Bag Potpourri talk show. Fridays at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a whole lot of fun.
Hey, welcome back. This is the Wayne S. Pierce Show podcast. How are you today for this 18th of June, 2014? I got a few more minutes here, and just wanted to let you all know that if you have any questions whatsoever, please ask. Best way to get a hold of me is email me, freeamericaradio@usa.com. freeamericaradio@usa.com. If you want to sponsor Free America Radio Network, please do. Go to freeamericaradio.us. You can either donate one time, there you go, or go to the sponsors page and check out the rates there. And again, if you have any questions, just ask. More than happy to tell you. So anyway, what else do you want to know today? Well, I'm over at the drudgereport.com checking things out. Excuse me. And from Breitbart.com, tone deaf White House ceremony honoring amnesty recipients could worsen border crisis. Yes. Hello. Now, I hate when the videos turn on by themselves. In what was called a tone-deaf ceremony, this, by the way, was written by, doesn't show here who it was written by. In what was called a tone-deaf ceremony that will only lure more illegal immigrants to sneak into America, the White House honored Monday 10 dreamers who received temporary amnesty under President Obama's Unilateral Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA program. All of the honored DACA recipients at the Champions of Change ceremony at the White House have been immigration activists, including a reporter from Think Progress and someone who advised Virginia's Attorney General to give in-state tuition to illegal immigrants. Representative Candace Miller, Republican from Michigan, who is the vice chair of the White House Homeland Security Committee and chairman of the Subcommittee on Border and Maritime Security, accused the White House of engaging in, quote, exactly the type of tone-deaf messaging fueling the unprecedented surge of immigrant children being smuggled across our southern border, unquote, by, quote, flaunting the success stories of 10 immigrant children who entered the U.S. illegally, unquote. Quote, How can we expect to dispel rumors throughout Central America that children who enter America illegally will be allowed to stay while simultaneously touting the success stories of a few illegal immigrant children granted de facto amnesty by the administration, unquote? Miller said, quote, the sad truth is that most of the children being smuggled across the border today in unprecedented numbers will not have similar success stories, unquote. I'm going to put this up on the Wayne Hess Pierce Show Facebook page. So check it out if you'd like. Read the rest of it. And comment on it if you would. Go comment on some of the stories you see on the Wayne S. Pierce Show Facebook page and also Free America Radio Facebook page. I'm going to talk about that one too on the views expressed today as well. So let me go put that on the Free America Radio Facebook page. That way I can read it when the time comes. The facts are in, people. Yeah, the facts are in. America is a police state. Okay? Now, this is why I say it's a police state. There's two articles that I want to read. One from FT.com. YouTube to block indie labels as it launches paid music service. Okay? I'm going to put that on the Wayne S. Pierce Show Facebook page. And this is a very interesting story. It has ramifications all over the place that will affect you as an independent artist. There's always Vimeo, there's always, whatever video platform you choose to use. And I don't know. I mean, does that mean that if, let's say, I have a theater background, so if I wrote a play, a little short, maybe 5-minute play, and I produced it and I put it up on YouTube, does that mean my independent work is going to be blocked? It's a good question, isn't it? Well, let's go figure it out, shall we? That story was written by Robert Cookson, digital media correspondent. YouTube to block indie labels as it launches paid music service. Also, here's another one. Here's censorship at its finest. Here's the violation of people's First Amendment from CBS Connecticut. Connecticut.cbslocal.com from Hartford, Woodbury, Connecticut. Student accuses high school of blocking conservative websites. It's put up today, the 18th of June, 2014. A high school student claims that a firewall is blocking conservative websites at his high school, or at his school. Andrew Lampart, a senior in Nonawag High School, discovered that he couldn't get on the National Rifle Association's website while on campus as he was doing research for a classroom debate on gun control in May. Quote, "So I went over to the other side," Lampart told WTIC, "and I went over on sites such as Moms Demand Action and Newtown Action Alliance, and I could get on these websites, but not the others." A little something going on there, folks. The 18-year-old decided to investigate further by broadening his search terms to political parties in Connecticut. Quote, I immediately found out that the state Democrat website was unblocked, but the state GOP website was blocked, unquote, Lampart said. The student took it a step further and looked at websites focusing on abortion issues and religion. He discovered that, quote-unquote, right-to-life groups were blocked by the firewall, but that Planned Parenthood and Pro-Choice America weren't. Lampart even tried to explore websites like Christianity.com and the Vatican's site, but they were both blocked. However, IslamGuide.com was not blocked. Quote, they're trying to, in my opinion, shelter us from what's actually going on around the country and around the world by blocking these websites, Lampart explained. He says it should be the other way around. The website should be unblocked so that students can get different viewpoints from different sides of each argument. Unquote. The superintendent of Woodbury Schools was notified by Lampart, but nothing was done to fix the problem for a week. He decided to take his concerns to the Board of Education on Monday. Quote, it's not a joking matter in terms of having access to both sides of an issue, Board Chairman John Chapman told WTIC. Quote, the board appreciated hearing the comments from Andrew and agree that he has raised an important issue that warrants further investigation, unquote, Chapman explained. Folks, I am going to say this. It does not matter if you are in elementary school, junior high, middle school, or high school, or community college or university. Your rights are not suspended when you go to school. Every single right you have that is protected by the Bill of Rights of the Constitution of the United States of America prior to 1871 is there. All your protections, every single right you have is protected. It does not matter who you are, period. Regardless of race, religion, background, does not matter. So I'm going to say one thing to these schools across the nation. Shut your damn pie hole. You have no right to suspend any constitutional rights those students have. We can block websites if we want, and you are violating that student's First Amendment right, period. And in his own education, you're not only blocking his right, you're blocking the right of that website owner to express his opinion. So get over it. You don't like it? I don't care. I'm an American citizen with rights protected by the Constitution and the Bill of Rights prior to 1871. You better get off your high horse and you better start teaching those children what the truth is, what accuracy in history is. And you tell them exactly what needs to be told accurately, honestly, fairly, and remember this. You teach the Constitution the way it is supposed to be taught, not the way you interpret it to be. Now, I know a lot of people will get pissed off at that. I know a lot of people that will get pissed off at the fact that I say that the Constitution is for people and implying that it's for people under 18 years old. When you're born out of your mama's coochie, that Bill of Rights protects you from the day you're born to the day you're put into dirt. Do you understand me? So, if people are going to be so sensitive, I think it's time to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself a very important question, and that question is this. What country do you live in? If you say, I live in the United States of America, then act like it, dumbass. Yes, I call people names. When they're stupid, I tell you you're stupid. And anybody who is politically correct, I don't want to do anything in case it might hurt somebody's feelings. We have to give students participation awards because somebody in the class might get upset that somebody else won. Get over it. Either grow thicker skin or teach your children how to be gracious enough to lose. Because American exceptionalism was built upon the individual and their exceptionalism, not on a collective, which is exactly what this country has been promoting for the last 50 or 60 years. The collective does not work, never has worked, never will work. Look at all the communist countries that have fallen. Well, what about Russia? Russia? What about China? China? Go back, connect the dots, people. Go look in history. Go connect the dots. Go look behind the veil of history. Go look into the actual events of what happened. And you will see that the United States and the British intelligence groups set Mao up, set Hitler up, set Khrushchev up, whoever. We set up these puppet governments. We put them in power. Why? Problem, reaction, solution. Simple as that. And in America, I shouldn't say America, in the United States, we are looking at Washington, D.C. implementing Cloward and Piven principles to bring down America. And what is everybody doing? What are people doing? People are doing whatever they want. Believing within themselves that the government has to give them everything that they ever want because they think they deserve it and are entitled to it. No, they are not. Sorry for yelling. American exceptionalism began with the individual exceptionalism, not a collective mindset of many saying, we all have to get awards because we don't want to be upset or offended that someone else was better than us. Well, kiss my ass. I am better than most people around me because I worked at it. But other people are better than me, and I look at them and say, what can I learn from that? I am gracious enough to look at somebody who knows more than I do and sit down and ask questions to be able to learn, not sit there and say, I'm offended that you know more than I do. No. Because mama didn't raise no fool. And as far as I'm concerned, anybody that is on this political correct bandwagon, this participation award bandwagon, that thinks that everybody needs to get every award, blah, blah, blah. And what is this bull crap about your 4-year-old, your 8-year-old graduating third grade? No, graduation is for high school seniors, period, end of sentence, done. Well, we want to show our appreciation and no, shut up. Yes, I said it. God, you're rude. Yeah, people have told me I'm rude. No, I'm in your face. If you can't handle it, turn around and walk away. This whole political correctness bullcrap has got to go. This has got to go. On Free America Radio on Facebook, there's a video of a person who was on a panel. And apparently somebody in the audience asked her a question. Oh, you have to see that video. I'm done with stupid people. I'm done with people who say that I have to calm down, that I have to compromise with the situation, that I have to see it this way and that. Hold up. Don't criticize me for something you don't understand. I grew up in a family where I had an older brother, and my parents were all strict Democrats. Call me the black sheep of the family. I investigated the Democratic Party from day one, from the time they were conceived. I investigated and researched the Republican Party. I research every single party. Guess what? I'm non-partisan. My votes do count. Symbolically. And I'll say that because this political correctness has gone to the point of identifying and clarifying certain things. And it's clarified and verified certain things to me, this political correctness. It's verified and clarified to me that people who vote for the parties are wasting their votes because their votes don't count, period, end of sentence. The people you have focused on to put in office to do the things you want done ain't going to happen, people, because on a local level, you can get those people in. Yes, that'll work, but on a national level, when they have to go, when your so-called leaders have to go meet with people in Washington, D.C. or whatever, they're going to be told what to do, and you have no say in the matter. Okay? They're going to be played like pieces on a chessboard, and they are going to come back to your state, and they're going to try to implement these little things behind your back, behind closed doors, and that's just the way it is. Bottom line, your leaders are selected, not elected. And the bosses that they have are going to tell them, yeah, now that you're voted into office, here's what you're going to do for us. Okay? Why do you think big state projects come up? Why do you think these huge endeavors come up in your state? Because your Republican or Democratic congressman or congresswoman wants those favors paid for, period. And guess who pays for them? You do. And you voted that jackass or that, wench into office. That's how it works, folks. I'm nonpartisan for a reason. I'm nonpartisan because neither of the parties know what the hell they're doing, because they're both bought and paid for by the elites, by the banking cartels that truly run Washington, D.C. Period. End of sentence. If you don't believe me, go and look it up yourself. Yeah, I'm very unorthodox when it comes to certain things, but I'm very focused on my freedoms and liberties and the security and the peace that I can find in this country. And if there's patches of it around the nation, that's great. Let's go there. Let's do something. Let's lift them up. If there's personal, individual exceptionalism in certain states, let's go there and support that. If there is a collective mindset of the criminals and tyrants in Washington, D.C. and other states, let's avoid them like the Black Plague. Yeah, I say it, and that's the way it is. I'm very honest up front in your face. If you don't like it, there's the damn door. Bye, have a nice day. But if you like the fact that I give it to you straight and honest, awesome! I give you a virtual high five. You can also email me at freeamericaradio@usa.com. freeamericaradio@usa.com. Don't ever sit there and think that you're less of a person or more than the next guy. No, just look at yourself and realize where your strengths and weaknesses are and build upon those strengths, and hopefully somewhere down the line you'll be able to accommodate for those weaknesses and fix those areas within yourself to be the exceptional person you are. And don't get caught up in this collective mindset of political correctness or any of that. That's bull crap. Okay? That's just garbage. I don't have a problem with people who want to sit down with me and debate me. I don't. I honestly, I don't. What I have a problem with is people who look at me and criticize me and then refuse to debate me because they think they're right. Well, bye-bye. Have a nice day, dumbass. I mean, that's just the way it is. That's the way it is. And I know the vast majority of those types of people are of the Democratic Socialist Party. Now, I don't want to hear this crap that socialism's okay. No, it's not. It's one step away from communism. Go look it up. I had a small debate years ago on a radio show that I was hosting and on another network. And a person called in, and he was 21 at the time, and he told me, I'm 21 and I'm a socialist, and you're wrong about socialism. And I went, well, tell me. And I let him talk. And I went and researched the things that he was saying, and guess what? He was wrong from the basics of what he said. I looked at. He says it's this, and it's this, it's for them, and whatever. Whatever he told me, I went and looked it up. And then I compared it to everything else that I knew that I had researched in my life up until that point. And guess what? I'll say it again. Socialism is one step away from communism. Period. End of sentence. Don't like it? Hey, it's not open for debate. I know it. But if you want to disagree with me, oh, that's fine too. Bring your information to the table. We'll take a look at it. Then, if I feel like it's worth a debate or a discussion, we'll talk about it. But remember, the one piece of paper that you put down to show me your information, I've got 10 pieces of paper to blow that out of the water. I'm using that as a metaphor. Don't take it literally. Okay? You can email me at freeamericaradio@usa.com. freeamericaradio@usa.com. Go to thewaynesPierceShow.weebly.com for more information, and you can email me from there as well. If you want to sponsor this show, if you like it after today, if you want to sponsor the show, you can do that. Go to the WayneSPierceShow.weebly.com site, go to the sponsors page, and get in on the ground floor with those prices. Those are chiseled in stone for now. I should clarify. Those are the prices at the ground floor level, and that's it. And if you want to get in on the ground floor, that's one way to do it. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Mr. Bob Brutus over at Waking Up the Masses Radio Network at wakingupthemasses.com for his network as well. I also want to give a big shout out to Brian Lang over at livetruthradio.com, who also has a show, Live Truth Radio, which is broadcast on wakingupthemasses.com and livetruthradio.com. And also, I want to give a big shout out to Mr. Nick Tucker from Distorted Reality. You can go to Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker on Facebook and check that out as well. Again, email me, freeamericaradio@usa.com. Come join me on the Views Express live today at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on freeamericaradio.us, Spreaker.com, wakingupthemasses.com, and 1610 in the Chickamauga, Georgia area. Have a great day, folks, and enjoy the rest of your week.